What's going on with you guys? It's EV Kid here, back with another video. Hope you guys all had a great weekend. It's Sunday. Quick disclaimer that I want to put out that I say for all of my videos where I talk about stocks. Remember that everything I say on this channel is for entertainment purposes only and is not in any means to be considered as financial advice. So we're coming up to a big week in my opinion, and I think it's a make or break point for the EV market as a whole, because we've had 2 consecutive weeks of NIO, XPEV, Li Auto. They've all been down big over those 2 weeks. Tesla has been doing quite well, and it actually recently closed at an all-time high of almost $600, $599. But we're at a point with NIO, XPEV, all these other stocks where they've absolutely been hammered over the last couple of weeks because of the Holding Foreign Companies Accountable Act. And if you don't know my thoughts on that, I'm not concerned with that at all. I do believe that there's going to be a resolution because right now, as it's going, China actually has a law in place that prevents these companies listed on the NYSE and the NASDAQ from being audited by these foreign auditors. And the Holding Foreign Companies Accountable Act basically says once every 3 years, you're going to have to be audited by the PCAOB. And that's a little bit of a problem, but I don't see that causing too much of an issue in the future. Listen, they're going to have to work something out. They've got 3 years to do it. And with Biden in place right now, I believe that there's going to be a less harsh approach on China. They're going to be able to work something out. So quick update, NIO. On Friday, it was down 5%, down a bit more in the after hours. And I'm someone that's a big believer on NIO in the long term. If you've watched any of my other videos, you may know that NIO and Tesla combined are my 2 biggest holdings, and they represent actually about 75% of my portfolio. And there's a reason in that. I think NIO is the second player in that EV space behind Tesla. In my opinion, I believe that there's going to be a lot of room for other companies like NIO to enjoy some of that market share, because right now Tesla is not able to satisfy the demand of EVs globally, and I don't think they will be able to do that for a very long time. So that leaves a lot of room for NIO, XPEV, Li Auto. Right now, NIO is my number 2 holding, and I do see that future in NIO. So I have about 10 to 15% of my portfolio in cash right now. If I see NIO going under around $40, maybe $35, I don't think that will happen next week. I think that next week is going to be a big bounce back week for these stocks. But if that does happen, I'm going to be buying. Next, I want to go to Tesla. And when I first got into Tesla, I bought at an all-time high at around $500, and it came crashing down right after that. But I was someone that really believed in the company, and I stuck through it. I bought some more Tesla shares around $400, and I held through. Because of that, I'm now up over 30% on my Tesla position within a couple of months. And back in around September, I was actually down 35 to 40% on my Tesla shares. So Tesla, with the S&P 500 inclusion coming up, I do think that it's getting a little bit ahead of itself, and we're probably going to see a pullback. But I'm going to be taking that opportunity to buy more shares. And even if we don't see that pullback, I'm happy either way. If it goes down, I'm buying more and I can get in cheaper. And if it goes up, then I'm making money. So win-win situation both ways. Right now, I don't own any XPeng shares, and I'm not too huge on the company. Obviously, NIO is my first choice in the Chinese EV space. However, XPeng is definitely the second front runner in that race. And I really like the company. I just haven't had the opportunity to get into it really. XPeng is much more volatile than a lot of the other EV stocks and tends to trade sometimes even double the volatility of NIO. So if NIO's down like 3%, XPeng could be down 6 to 7%. And you can see that by looking at the 1 month chart. A couple weeks ago, they were at $74 and they dropped off a huge amount, and they're only trading at $49.34. Right now, I think XPeng is a steal compared to where we were a couple weeks ago. And with the EV market being pummeled over the last couple of weeks, I think it's about time that we're going to start seeing those huge price increases that this market is known for. All right, so I just want to quickly go through Solo. And right now I don't have a position in Solo. But the funny thing is, I've actually a couple months ago, month and a half maybe, I was joking with someone about buying 100 shares in Solo back when it was at around $2, and they actually bought 100 shares back at $2. If they got out at the peak, they would have been 6 times their money, and it's only like $600, but still, that's pretty funny to think about. I should have listened to my own advice, but hey. Anyways, Solo traded lower on Friday, and it has been hugely affected by this sell-off in the EV market. It had a recent high of almost $13 2 weeks ago, and now it's trading at almost half of that. That's a huge decrease. Even though it's up almost double since a month ago, it's still far off from that peak 2 weeks ago. That's everything I wanted to cover. Just wanted to do a quick rundown on the market for last week and going into next week, because it's Sunday right now. And make sure you guys subscribe if you want to stay up to date with daily EV content. I'm going to be going through these stocks, giving my opinions on it every day. If you're interested in that, just subscribe. Hit the like button if you like the video and dislike if you don't. And if you're watching this, I hope you have a nice day. I'll see you later.